making polite conversation while secretly judging everything they do. But your body, my dear, is not your enemy. It's your oldest, most faithful companion, and it's been trying to work with you all along. The real challenge isn't that your affirmations aren't working. Oh no, they're working beautifully, but they're working on the wrong frequency. It's like trying to tune into your favorite radio station while the dial is set to static. You're broadcasting, "I am radiantly healthy," while your subconscious is running a 24-hour news program featuring every ache, pain, and worry you've ever entertained about your physical form. You see, the mind is the most obedient servant you'll ever encounter, but it's also quite literal. If you spend your days thinking about what's wrong with your body, cataloging every symptom, every sign of aging, every indication that you're not the specimen of perfection you think you should be, well, that's exactly what your faithful mind will continue to manifest for you. It's not being rebellious, it's being helpful in the most misguided way possible. But here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Your body is constantly renewing itself. Every single cell is participating in this magnificent dance of regeneration. Scientists tell us that we get an entirely new body every 7 to 10 years. Isn't that remarkable? You are literally not the same person you were a decade ago, right down to your very atoms. Yet somehow, we carry forward the same old stories about our limitations, our weaknesses, our inevitable decline. Now, let me share with you what I call the 4 pillars of radiant health affirmation. And I promise you, it's simpler than you think. First, we must make friends with our body again. Start each morning by placing your hand on your heart and saying, "Good morning, dear body. Thank you for all the ways you serve me today." Notice I didn't say, "Thank you for being perfect," or "Thank you for looking exactly how I want you to look." Just simple gratitude for service. Your heart beats without your conscious effort. Your lungs breathe. Your digestive system processes your food. These are miracles happening every moment, and acknowledging them shifts everything. Second, we replace the critic with the cheerleader. Every time you catch yourself cataloging what's wrong, immediately counter with what's working. Oh, your knee aches? I give thanks that my legs carry me wherever I need to go. Feeling tired? I give thanks that my body knows exactly how to restore itself. This isn't denial, darling. It's redirection of your precious attention toward what serves you. Third, we treat our body like our dearest friend. Would you feed your best friend nothing but junk and expect them to feel wonderful? Would you keep your dearest companion up all night and then wonder why they're cranky the next day? Start making choices from love, not from guilt or punishment. Ask yourself, what would make my body feel cherished today? Sometimes it's a nourishing meal. Sometimes it's gentle movement. Sometimes it's rest. And fourth, we release the timeline. Oh, this is where most people trip themselves up. They affirm perfect health for a week and then check their reflection like they're inspecting a cake in the oven. Is it done yet? Why don't I look different? Why do I still have this headache? Healing unfolds in its own perfect timing, and your job is simply to maintain the vision and trust the process. Now, let me give you the most powerful health affirmation I know, and I want you to say it with me right now, with feeling. I give thanks for my radiant health. My body is a temple of the living spirit, and every cell vibrates with perfect life and energy. Feel that? That little shift in your chest? That's your body saying, finally someone who gets it. But here's the secret sauce that nobody talks about. You must say this affirmation as if it's already true, not as if you're trying to make it true. There's a world of difference between desperate hoping and confident knowing. When you declare your radiant health, you're not trying to convince the universe of anything. You're simply aligning yourself with what is already your divine birthright. I had a student once who came to me feeling absolutely defeated. She'd been battling various health challenges for years, trying every diet, every exercise program, every supplement under the sundae. Nothing works for me, she said. I asked her to try something radical for just 1 month. Instead of focusing on what needed to be fixed, I asked her to spend 5 minutes each morning appreciating what was working perfectly in her body. She thought I'd lost my marbles, but she agreed to try it. She started with simple things. I give thanks that my eyes can see this beautiful sunrise. I give thanks that my hands can feel the warmth of this coffee cup. I give thanks that my mind can think these thoughts. Within 2 weeks, she noticed her energy shifting. Within a month, she was sleeping better, feeling stronger, and most remarkably, she'd stopped obsessing about all her symptoms. She hadn't become a different person. She'd simply started paying attention to the wellness that was already there. Here's what I want you to do right now, before you do anything else. I want you to place both hands somewhere on your body and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths and simply notice what's working beautifully in your physical form right this moment. Maybe it's your steady heartbeat. Maybe it's the miracle of your breathing. Maybe it's the way your body maintains its perfect temperature without any conscious effort from you. Just notice and appreciate one thing. That's it. That's your first step toward radiant health. The beautiful truth is that your body wants to be healthy. It's designed for wellness, programmed for vitality, and constantly working toward balance. When you align your thoughts and words with this natural tendency, instead of fighting against it, you become a cooperative partner in your own healing instead of an anxious supervisor constantly checking up on the progress. Remember, darling, every word you speak about your body is a prayer. Every thought you think about your health is an instruction to the universe. Make them count. Make them loving. Make them powerful. I want you to try something for the next 7 days. Every single morning, before you check your phone, before you look in the mirror with that critical eye, before you inventory what hurts or what's wrong, I want you to put your hand on your heart and say, I give thanks for my radiant health. My body is strong, vital, and perfectly designed for wellness. Say it like you mean it. Say it like it's the most obvious truth in the world. And here's your homework, because I do love giving homework. I want you to catch yourself every time you're about to complain about your body or focus on what's not working, and instead immediately state one thing you're grateful for about your physical form. Don't just think it. Say it out loud. Your ears need to hear it. Your heart needs to feel it. And your cells need to receive the message. If this resonates with you, if something inside you just lit up and said, yes, this makes sense, then I need you to share this message with someone who needs to hear it. We're all walking around carrying these heavy burdens of physical worry and limitation when we could be dancing through life in radiant wellness. Let's start a revolution of health appreciation, shall we? Drop a comment below and tell me one thing you're grateful for about your body right now. I don't care if it's small. I don't care if it seems insignificant. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And I want to celebrate your body's magnificence with you, because that's what we do in this beautiful community of ours. Your radiant health is not a distant dream, my dear friend. It's your natural state, your divine inheritance, and it's available to you right now. All you have to do is claim it, appreciate it, and trust in the perfect wisdom of your beautiful body. Now go forth and be the radiant, healthy being you were always meant to be. At the subatomic level, particles exist in a state of infinite possibility until they're observed. Your consciousness literally collapses potential into reality. Now, I'm not going to get too scientific on you, but here's what this means for your wealth. Your external reality, including your financial situation, is a direct reflection of your internal state. Not your wishes, not your hopes, but your actual energetic frequency and belief system. Most people are walking around with what I call a scarcity operating system. It's running in the background like malware on a computer, constantly scanning for danger, focusing on what's missing, afraid of losing what little they have. This operating system was probably installed in childhood. Maybe you grew up hearing money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that, or watching your parents stress about finances. These programs run so deep that you don't even notice them anymore. They're just how you see the world. And here's the brutal truth. You cannot attract wealth while running a scarcity operating system. It's like trying to access the internet with a computer from 1995. The technology doesn't match the task. So what's the one action that unlocks unlimited wealth? It's this. You have to become energetically abundant before you become financially abundant. You have to embody wealth internally before it can manifest externally. I know that might sound a little woo-woo, but stay with me because this is where it gets practical. When I say embody abundance, I'm not talking about pretending you're rich when you're not, or doing toxic positivity while your life falls apart. I'm talking about fundamentally shifting how you relate to the universe and to the flow of resources through your life. Let me give you a framework that makes this crystal clear. Think of the universe as an infinite ocean of abundance. Everything you could ever want or need already exists in this ocean. Money, opportunities, resources, connections, ideas, all of it. Now, most people approach this ocean with a tiny cup, and they're desperately trying to scoop out what they need. They're anxious, grabbing, hoarding that little bit of water in their cup because they don't trust there's more. But wealthy people, truly abundant people, they approach the ocean differently. They don't come with a cup. They dive in. They swim in it. They understand they're part of the ocean itself. They give freely because they know there's always more. They invest boldly because they trust in the flow. They see opportunities everywhere because they're not operating from fear. Here's where this gets really practical. The one action that unlocks unlimited wealth is learning to give from your overflow before you feel like you have overflow. I know that sounds counterintuitive. You're probably thinking, wait, I'm struggling financially, and you want me to give money away? Hear me out. This isn't about being irresponsible or giving when you genuinely can't. This is about breaking the energetic pattern of scarcity. When you give, even small amounts, when you tip generously, when you donate, when you share your resources, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind and to the universe. You're saying, I have more than enough. I trust the flow. I am abundant. Science backs this up, by the way. There are studies showing that people who give to charity actually feel wealthier, regardless of their actual income level. That feeling of wealth, that sense of abundance, literally rewires your brain. It opens you up to see opportunities you were blind to before. It changes how you show up in conversations. It affects the risks you're willing to take. Your energy shifts, and people can feel it. And wealth flows toward that energy. So let me give you the exact steps to implement this starting today. First, I want you to give something away this week. It doesn't have to be money, although money is powerful because we have so much emotional charge around it. Give away something you value. Maybe it's $20 to someone in need. Maybe it's your time helping someone with a skill you have. Maybe it's buying lunch for a friend or leaving an unexpectedly generous tip. The key is that it has to feel slightly uncomfortable. If it's easy and you don't feel it, you're not breaking the pattern. You want to feel that little voice that says, but what if I need this? And do it anyway. That's you overriding the scarcity programming. Second, I want you to practice receiving. This is huge, and most people are terrible at it. When someone offers to pay for your coffee, say thank you and receive it. Don't immediately try to pay them back or minimize it. When someone compliments you, don't deflect. Say thank you. When opportunities come your way, say yes before your logical mind talks you out of it. Receiving is the other half of the abundance cycle. You can't have flow with only giving. You have to be able to receive with an open heart. Third, audit your money conversations. Pay attention to how you talk about money, both out loud and in your head. Every time you say, I can't afford that, you're reinforcing scarcity. Instead, try, I'm choosing to allocate my resources differently right now. See the difference? One is victim energy. The other is empowered choice. When bills come, instead of saying, ugh, more bills, try, I'm grateful I have services and resources to pay for. I know it sounds simple, but language shapes reality. You're literally training your brain to see abundance instead of lack. Fourth, start a gratitude practice, specifically around money. Every single day, I want you to acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for related to abundance. Maybe it's that you have a roof over your head. Maybe it's that you got a free coffee today. Maybe it's that your body works and you have the ability to create value in the world. This practice rewires your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters what you notice You'll start seeing abundance everywhere instead of constantly focusing on what's missing. Fifth, and this is the big one, start taking actions that wealthy people take before you feel like a wealthy person. Wealthy people invest in themselves. They buy the course. They hire the coach. They invest in their health, their education, their growth. Now, I'm not saying go into debt doing this, but there's a difference between I can't afford that and strategically choosing where to place your resources. If there's something that could genuinely level up your skills or your life, find a way. Maybe you cut something else out. Maybe you save for a month. But take that action that says I'm worth investing in. That energetic shift is everything. Here's what I've seen happen when people actually implement this. Within weeks, not months, things start shifting. Maybe it's a surprise check in the mail. Maybe it's a client reaching out randomly. Maybe it's an idea that hits you that turns into a revenue stream. The universe responds to your energy. And when you shift from scarcity to abundance, it's like you've changed your address. Different things start showing up at your door. I'm living proof of this. There was a time when I was counting pennies, stressed about rent, operating completely from fear. And the more I focused on lack, the more lack I experienced. It wasn't until I started giving, even when it scared me, even when my logical mind said I was being irresponsible, that everything changed. I started tipping big. I started buying meals for friends. I started investing in my growth. And my income tripled within 6 months. Not because of some magic, but because I became a different person energetically. I showed up differently. I saw differently. I acted differently. So here's your call to action. I want you to commit right now to one thing from this video. Just one. Pick the step that resonates most and do it this week. And then come back and tell me what happened. Comment below with what you're committing to. Say I commit to giving generously, or I commit to receiving gracefully, or whatever your step is. There's power in public commitment. It makes it real. And listen, if this message resonated with you, if something in your soul said, yes, this is what I needed to hear, then subscribe to this channel, because we're building a community of people who understand that wealth isn't just about money. It's about embodying abundance in every area of life. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose life you might change. Remember, unlimited wealth is your birthright. It's not reserved for other people. It's not about being lucky or special. It's about aligning your internal world with the abundance that's already all around you. You've got this. Now go, be abundant. You take your seat. That's how you must approach your $5 million. You don't ask for it like a stranger, you call it home. The first shift happens in your language. The words you speak shape the reality you live in. Most people speak in the language of lack. I need money. I'm broke. I can't afford this. But the universe doesn't understand begging. It responds to authority. So when you say, I command my $5 million to flow to me now, what you're really doing is sending an energetic signal that says, I'm ready. I'm available. I'm in alignment. That's not delusion, that's divine confidence. Now, let's break this down in a way that makes sense. Imagine the universe as a mirror. It doesn't judge what you ask for. It simply reflects what you broadcast. If your energy says, I don't have enough, that's the image. It reflects back to you more lack. But when your energy says, I already possess abundance, the mirror has no choice but to return that image to you. That's why the chosen ones have to be extra mindful of how they speak, think, and act, because your spiritual frequency is powerful enough to shape matter itself. Let's make this practical. Here's how you start commanding your abundance instead of chasing it. Step 1. Shift your identity. Don't see yourself as someone waiting for money. See yourself as someone who money listens to. That might sound crazy, but it's real. You have to stop approaching wealth as something external. It's already inside you. The money is just the manifestation of what you've already decided within yourself. You're not going to be wealthy, you already are, and your outer world is just catching up to that fact. Step 2. Speak the command daily. Don't complicate it. Just say, I command my $5 million to appear in perfect divine order, starting now. Say it when you wake up, when you go to bed, when doubt tries to creep in. Feel it in your bones when you say it. You're not asking, you're declaring. The more conviction you put behind your words, the faster reality bends to your belief. Step 3. Align your actions. The universe doesn't just respond to words, it responds to energy. And energy is expressed through movement. Start living like someone who already has it. This doesn't mean being reckless, it means being intentional. Carry yourself differently. Make decisions from abundance, not fear. Don't say, I can't afford that. Say, that's not in my current cash flow, but it's on its way. See the difference? One perspective shuts the door, the other leaves it wide open. Step 4. Remove contradiction. This is where most people mess up. You can't command $5 million in the morning and then spend the afternoon saying, money never stays with me, or I'm always broke. That's spiritual sabotage. You can't speak abundance and live in complaint. The universe doesn't get confused, you do. When your words and emotions don't align, you create static interference that blocks manifestation. So keep your frequency clean. Protect your words like gold. Step 5. Gratitude in advance. When you thank the universe for what's already yours before it shows up, you activate one of the highest frequencies in existence, certainty. Gratitude isn't saying thank you because it happened. It's saying thank you because you know it's guaranteed. Every time you say, thank you for my $5 million, you're reminding yourself and the universe that you're no longer waiting, you're expecting. Now let's talk about why this matters. Because commanding isn't just about money, it's about alignment with divine authority. It's about remembering that the same power that said, let there be light, is alive inside you. You were never meant to live small. You were meant to expand, to grow, to overflow. And money is just one way the universe expresses abundance through you. But here's where people get tripped up. They think commanding the universe means sitting on the couch and waiting for checks to fall from the sky. No, no, no. Real command means alignment. It means you move when you're inspired, you act when you're nudged, and you trust that every step you take is guided. The command sets the direction, your faith carries the motion. There's a secret I want you to remember. The moment you speak your command, the energy of that command goes out like a ripple through the quantum field. That field immediately begins rearranging people, events, and opportunities to match your vibration. You might not see it instantly, but it's already in motion. So don't sabotage it by doubting or over-analyzing. Just stay consistent. Keep declaring. Keep believing. You ever notice how some people just seem to attract everything effortlessly? They don't stress, they don't chase, they just expect. That's not luck, that's command energy. The universe responds fastest to those who are the calmest in their faith. Because calm is confidence. If you truly believe the money is yours, you don't panic about when it's coming. You know it's already on its way. Let's get practical again. Take a notebook, and every night before bed, write one sentence. I command my $5 million to manifest in divine timing and perfect form. Write it like you mean it. Then visualize it. See yourself holding the check, transferring the funds, investing, giving, living, free. Feel what it's like to wake up knowing money is no longer a worry. Don't just imagine it, embody it. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. The more vividly you experience it, the faster it becomes your reality. And here's something important, don't tell everyone about your command. Some people will project their disbelief onto you, and that creates resistance. Protect your seed until it grows. Keep your command sacred. Share your testimony after it manifests, not while it's still forming. The universe works in silence before it works in public. Now, let me address something that might be sitting heavy in your heart. What if you've tried all this before and it didn't work? Listen, that's not failure, that's feedback. Every command that didn't manifest taught you something: patience, faith, alignment, consistency. The universe was never ignoring you. It was strengthening you to handle the weight of what you're asking for. $5 million isn't just money, it's a responsibility. The energy you carry has to match the size of your blessing. So if you're still here, that means you're closer than you think. The resistance you feel right now is proof that something big is shifting. The old version of you, the one who begged, worried, doubted, that version is dissolving. You're stepping into a new identity, one that commands reality with ease. Now let's tie this together with one final principle, the law of expectancy. You attract not what you want, but what you expect. Expectation is faith in motion. When you truly expect your $5 million to show up, you start aligning subconsciously. You'll start noticing opportunities. You'll feel nudged to make certain moves. You'll meet people who open doors. That's not coincidence, that's divine orchestration, responding to your command. Here's what I want you to do right now. Take a deep breath and say this out loud with conviction. I command the universe to release my $5 million now. I am ready. I am open. I am worthy. Feel that power? That's not just you talking, that's creation responding. Keep saying it until your nervous system believes it. Because when your body believes it, reality has no choice but to match it. And don't worry about how it's going to happen. That's not your job. Your job is to declare, align, and act on inspiration. The how belongs to the universe. The when belongs to divine timing. But the certainty that's yours to own, you might wake up tomorrow and find yourself with a new idea that explodes in success. Or someone you barely know might offer an opportunity that changes your financial future forever. Don't question it, receive it. Your $5 million doesn't have to come through one channel. It could come through multiple streams, investments, business, unexpected blessings, even forgiveness that opens energetic doors. Just stay ready. Chosen one, this is your reminder. You're not powerless. You're not forgotten. You are the master of your reality. Stop asking for what's already been signed off in heaven. Stand tall, speak your command, and let the universe do the rearranging. Your money has ears. It hears your frequency. It's time to call it home. So here's your challenge for this week. Every morning when you wake up, look in the mirror and say, I command my $5 million to locate me now. It's already done. Then move through your day like someone who's expecting a blessing. Not someone hoping, someone expecting. Watch what shifts. And if this message spoke to your spirit today, that's your confirmation that your command is already in motion. Don't let doubt cancel what faith already started. Speak it, believe it, receive it, because the universe only obeys one thing, certainty. So go ahead and comment right now. I command my millions. If you're ready to claim what's yours, let this be your public declaration. You've asked long enough. It's time to command. And when it happens, and it will come back here and testify, because someone else will need to hear your story to believe in theirs. The wait is over. The command is given. Your $5 million is already on its way. Now walk in that truth like the chosen one you are. The universe is obedient to clarity. Now, let's take a moment to acknowledge what you've been through, because for many chosen ones, money hasn't been easy. You've been generous, faithful, and patient, but you've still faced seasons of lack, confusion, and struggle. You've had moments where you gave and got nothing back, where you worked hard and watched others prosper while you stood still. That pain isn't random, that's the refining. The chosen ones go through financial warfare not because they're cursed, but because they're being taught mastery. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. And your struggle to attract money isn't proof of failure. It's proof that your vibration was never meant to stay average. You're built to influence energy, not be enslaved by it. Let me explain something powerful. There's a spiritual law called resonance. It means that whatever you embody, you attract. If you live in the vibration of gratitude, abundance, and peace, money starts moving toward you because it recognizes the frequency of home. But if you live in the vibration of stress, doubt, or fear, money senses chaos, and chaos repels order. So when I say call your money by name, I mean create order with your words. Give money a purpose, a direction, a role in your divine mission. Let's make this practical. Imagine money as an employee. It needs a boss who gives it clear instructions. If you're constantly saying, I just want more money, that's like telling an employee, go do something. Vague, confusing, ineffective. But when you say, money, I command you to flow into my life for peace, purpose, and provision. I call in $10,000, $100,000, $10 million to fulfill my divine assignment. You're giving your energy a clear assignment, and clarity creates attraction. So, here's what you do. Step 1. Define your financial identity. Before you can call money by name, you have to know your own. You're not just someone trying to survive, you are the vessel of divine flow. You are a chosen one. Your words shape worlds. So stop saying, I can't afford it. Replace it with, if it's aligned with my purpose, it's already on the way. That's how commanders talk. Step 2. Speak to your money daily. I'm serious. Find a quiet moment every morning or before bed and say out loud, Money, I see you. I respect your power. I invite you to flow freely through my life to bless me and others. You serve my purpose, not my fear. Feel the emotion behind it, because your words are the command, but your emotion is the delivery system. Step 3. Remove guilt from your vibration. So many chosen ones secretly feel guilty for wanting wealth. But money isn't evil, it's neutral. It amplifies whoever holds it. When good people have money, they build, they heal, they create. When fearful people have money, they control, they hoard, they harm. You're not commanding money to worship it. You're commanding it to fulfill destiny. Step 4. Build gratitude as your foundation. Gratitude is like a magnet that multiplies everything it touches. Every time money enters your life, no matter how small, say, thank you. Don't just say it mindlessly. Feel it deeply. Gratitude tells the universe, this person is a safe space for more, and the universe responds by sending more. Step 5. Detach from the how. When you call your money by name, it doesn't mean you have to know how it's coming. You just have to believe it's coming. If you're constantly watching the clock and doubting the process, you're pushing it away. The universe doesn't operate on your schedule, it operates on your alignment. And listen, alignment isn't perfection, it's presence. It's saying, even when I don't see it, I still believe it's working. Every time you choose faith over fear, you shift your vibration closer to abundance. Let's go deeper for a moment. Have you ever noticed that when you talk to your plants, they grow faster? Or when you speak to your goals, they seem to gain momentum? That's not magic, that's quantum reality. The field around you is always listening. It doesn't respond to logic, it responds to language. So when you speak to your money, you're not being weird, you're being powerful. You're reminding energy of who it serves. Here's a quick framework I want you to remember. Name, claim, command, and release. Name it, define the amount, the purpose, and the energy you want. Claim it, affirm that it already exists in the unseen. Command it, speak it with authority, not begging. Release it, stop worrying, and let divine timing handle the rest. For example, say this out loud. I name $100,000 to flow into my life this year with ease and grace. I claim it as already mine in the spiritual realm. I command it to manifest in alignment with my highest purpose. And I release control, trusting that it's done. Then walk away. Smile. Go about your day. That's how energy obeys through calm certainty. Now, let me share something personal. I remember the first time I practiced this. I was broke, frustrated, and tired of waiting for breakthroughs. One night I said, God, I'm done begging. I'm ready to speak like a creator. I closed my eyes and said, Money, I call you by name. You belong to me. You are not my master, I am yours. Flow into my life through divine channels. I didn't know how, but I felt peace. And within weeks, opportunities I didn't even apply for showed up. Payments I forgot about were released. Doors opened. I realized that the universe wasn't waiting on money, it was waiting on me. Chosen one, your life is waiting for that same authority. You are not a victim of the system. You are a co-creator with the source. When you speak, energy moves. When you call, the universe listens. But you have to believe that your voice carries divine weight. Now, I'm not saying you sit in your room, chanting all day and ignore real life. Commanding your money doesn't replace action, it fuels it. Once you've called it by name, pay attention to your intuition. That idea that pops into your mind, That's a divine instruction. That urge to reach out, create, invest, or collaborate. That's your alignment, leading you to the physical manifestation. Obedience to divine nudges is how the unseen becomes seen. Here's the truth. When you treat money like a living force with respect, clarity, and purpose, it becomes your ally, not your enemy. It stops running from you and starts working for you. You stop chasing it and start commanding it. So let's do this together right now. Take a deep breath. Say this out loud with me. Money, I call you by name. You are welcome in my life. You flow to me easily, freely, and abundantly. You are a servant of my purpose. You multiply in my hands and bless others through me. I command you to appear in divine timing. Feel that? That's your frequency changing. That's your spirit remembering its authority. And here's your call to action for the next 7 days. I want you to do this every morning before you check your phone or your messages. Speak to your money like it's listening. Visualize it flowing toward you like light. Feel gratitude, not desperation. Take small actions that align with abundance, even if it's giving, saving, or organizing your space. Because every time you act like wealth is near, you magnetize it closer. Now, let's talk about humor for a second. Some people might laugh when they hear you saying, "Money, come to me." Let them laugh. The same people laughing now will be asking you for advice later. The world always laughs at faith until it works. And when it does, suddenly everyone wants to know your secret. The secret is simple. You remembered who you are. You stopped worshipping lack and started commanding abundance. You realized that money is not some cold thing out there. It's responsive energy that recognizes your vibration. So as we wrap this up, I want to remind you of something powerful. Your words are your wand. Every time you speak with faith, you write a new reality. So stop narrating lack. Stop rehearsing fear. Stop saying, "I'm waiting for money." Start saying, "Money is waiting for me." Speak it. Believe it. Command it. Chosen one. This is your moment. You are not here to survive. You are here to reign. You are here to express divine prosperity in human form. You are here to show the world what alignment looks like. So, from today forward, speak with confidence, call your money by name, assign it a mission, and then live like it's already on its way, because it is. And if this message lit a fire in your spirit, I want you to type, "I call my money by name," in the comments. Declare it. Don't just hear this, embody it. And if you haven't already, subscribe and join the movement of chosen ones, learning how to walk in divine authority, wealth, and purpose. Because when you command your reality instead of begging for it, the universe listens differently. And when heaven hears faith, it always responds. Your money has been waiting for your command. Your voice activates the flow. So go ahead, call it by name. The universe is listening.